Yo, dudes, what's up? Zach Evanesh here, ZachEvanesh.com, hooking Pat and Nick up with a guest video blog post for FitBusinessInsider.com. And what I want to talk to you about is something that I think Alan Cosgrove may have brought up a long time ago, may have done it as a blog post, but he said, as a strength coach or a personal trainer, you expect customers, clients to invest in you. Do you invest in other strength coaches and trainers? Do you have a coach? Do you practice what you preach? So what that essentially comes down to is goal setting. And what I do that helps me grow my business is I set financial goals whenever I invest in something. So let's say I buy something that's $100, then my initial goal is within that first month I want to make a 10-time return of investment, and that just tends to be that number that sticks to my head. I always say I got to make 10 times my investment within 30 days. So if it was $100, I want to make $1,000. And sometimes you make a really large investment and that changes the game. So I've invested in products that I guess were as low as $19.95 and recently as much as $10,000. And I remember every time I've done it, I always had a goal. And I remember when I invested in Pat and Nick's Mastermind, my main goal was not so much a set number, but even though I did have a set number, but it pushed me to the big goal, which was I'm in this mastermind and I want to be able to quit my teaching job and be able to go full-time with my internet and my training business. So I think that's extremely important, and it puts you in the action seat. So what I have here up on my board, and I don't want to, give away any numbers, is I put on my board, as you can see, I've got the months ahead, so I know, got peanuts stuck in my teeth, so I know exactly where I'm going for the 3 months ahead. And what I do is today's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, this is a day of implementation and studying. So I sit down and I study all new marketing materials, products, programs I've invested in, and then I spend the other part of the day implementing at least one thing from each program. So you don't have to get 100, 10 ideas, 5 ideas, 3 ideas from a course or a program. It's always one big takeaway. And then the big difference is, do you do anything with the information that you invested in? Well, you got to set yourself a goal. So what's my goal? Like I said before, 10 times return of investment within the first 30 days. That tends to be my big goal. And I always put the financial goals up here, right up along this board. I've got a product launch that's outlined, and I've got some affiliates off to the corner with numbers that I want to earn, and it gives me a target. It tells me exactly what I need to do to get where I want to get. So what you got to do is you got to be an action taker. You got to invest in your education. Remember, you're a coach, and you were probably a former athlete. So as an athlete, you always had goals. Don't you tell your clients to set goals? You probably have them recorded and make them revisit their goals every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks or so. That's how people win. Think about Body for Life. It was a competition, a body transformation. And those people set goals. They took before and after photos. Then they had the program laid out. So that's what you've got to do. Invest in a program, a course, a mastermind on a regular basis. I'm talking very frequently, minimum at least once a month, if not once a week. Get a book. Go buy a book. Go to Barnes & Noble. It's probably going to cost you 12, 15, 20 bucks. You get one big idea from that book. You immediately take action. And what I like to do, like I said, is my whole week is broken down into specific days. Tuesday is my day of sitting down, studying, going over all my new marketing and business methods, and then putting them one thing into action by Tuesday. Okay? Get yourself a whiteboard. I've got several whiteboards. We've got one here. Then I've got a smaller one that has specific goals for each aspect of my business, and I break down each aspect of my business through the day. But the only way I'm able to grow is because I have the goal and I take action. And that's where most fitness professionals fail. You're not taking action. You're not busting your butt. And that is really the way that separates, or the reason that separates a successful fitness professional from the other one. It's who takes action. And if you've read any of my former blog posts here on Fit Business Insider, or you see me speak at Pat Nick's events, you know that I never had perfect situation, perfect anything, but I was aggressive with goal setting and making things happen even without the perfection. All right, so hope that helped you out. What could you invest in? There's tons of stuff that Pat and Nick offer. I've invested in everything, been part of their mastermind, and the mastermind was the thing that took me over the edge, because I said to myself, man, I'm investing a lot of money here. I can't just make a return on investment. I got to make this a life-changing investment. And that's the great thing that you got to do. You start off with small investments, and then you get one that really pushes the envelope and makes you kind of feel uncomfortable and almost puts you in a spot that says, crap, man, I just invested all this money. If I don't do anything with it, my family's just, gonna want to kill me for it. So I knew that by investing in that mastermind, it was a big jump, it was a big leap for me, that I was going to succeed. And how did I invest in the mastermind? I actually hired Pat and Nick to come to New Jersey for a day. They came to Jersey for a day, and all I wanted to get was one big idea from that meeting. I got the one big idea from that meeting. Then they told me about the mastermind, and I said, bang, let's do it. And I remember transferring the money to their PayPal account that very day while we were out having a cup of coffee. So big investments lead to life-changing opportunities and just, life-changing times in your business. Take action. That's it. Peace out.